Welcome to Spill the Tea, where your cup becomes a doorway to calm. Here, we don't just drink tea, we drink silence, stillness. This is more than a habit, it's a ritual. A way of slowing the world down, one mindful sip at a time. Before the tea, before the leaf, before the thought of flavor, there is water. And to a monk, water is never just water. It's the beginning of awareness. In ancient Zen monasteries, novices were taught to listen to the kettle, to truly listen. The quiet bubbling was not background noise. It was the teacher. When was the last time you listened to water boil? Not with impatience, but reverence. Because the water teaches us this, everything is becoming. Even silence has a rhythm. Tea doesn't begin when you drink. It begins when you notice. You walk to your shelf, open the cabinet, and you're met with options. Big cups, delicate ones, the cracked one you never throw away, the handmade mug you got on a quiet vacation. In a Zen monastery, monks don't just grab a cup, they choose it. Carefully, consciously. Why? Because the object you drink from becomes part of the ritual. It affects how you sip, how the heat touches your lips, how you hold presence. The humble chipped bowl may carry more spirit than the finest porcelain. The first step towards stillness is in the hand that chooses. Before this tea reached your shelf, it lived a life. It began as a tender green leaf on a mist-covered mountain, kissed by dew, brushed by wind, bathed in sunlight. It was picked by hand, dried by fire or sun, rolled, packed, carried. The leaf holds stories, not just taste. To monks, the tea leaf is not a product. It's a prayer folded into shape. When you open the tin and breathe in that scent, you're inhaling a mountain's memory. A kettle hums. The steam curls like a spirit rising, but not all heat is equal. In the East, it's said that water has temperament. Too hot and it burns the leaf. Too cold and it misses the soul. Monks wait until the heat feels right, not just technically, but intuitively. When you rush to heat the water, you boil more than liquid. You boil your mind. You chase instead of prepare. Slowing down starts here, in the patient dance of fire and water. When a monk pours tea, they do it with both hands. Not for politeness, but for presence. The stream of water is steady, not splashed, not spilled, but given. It's as if they're offering something sacred. Because they are. When you pour your tea, ask yourself, are you multitasking, scrolling? Or are you offering the moment your full attention? Even the pour can be a form of peace. Most of us see steeping as waiting, dead time. Monks see it as transformation. The leaf opens slowly, surrendering its essence. You watch, you wait. You don't rush the tea because you don't rush yourself. This is steeping, yes, but it's also steeping in stillness. You're letting the moment brew. The tea becomes richer. So do you. Before the lips touch the cup, the nose must greet the steam. Monks inhale, deeply, softly. Because scent is the soul's first language. The tea's first gift is not taste, it's atmosphere. The breath becomes deeper. The body begins to slow. This is no longer just tea. It's a sensory meditation. Smell the earth, the warmth, the memory of rain and soil and sun. Let the tea meet your breath before it meets your tongue. The first sip is not meant to impress, not meant to excite, only to be felt. A monk sips slowly, letting the liquid rest on the tongue, not rushed to the throat. The world outside disappears. The world inside expands. That one sip becomes everything. This is the moment your mind starts to match your body. Slower, softer, more aware. In modern life, we fill every gap. We check the phone, we talk, we plan. But in tea rituals, the pause between sips is just as important as the sip. It's the breath, the space, the silence where clarity lives. A monk listens to silence as part of the flavor. Can you drink? Pause, don't reach. Let stillness reach you. Even in solitude, a monk is never alone. In that tea, they feel the leaf picker's hands, the wind that brushed the tree, the friend who shared tea yesterday, the student who will one day learn from them. Tea is a communion. It connects. And when you slow down enough to drink it mindfully, you reconnect with life, with memory, with self. You are never just one person drinking tea. You are a part of everything. You don't need incense or chants to enter a sacred space. You only need a clear table and your attention. In monasteries, even a worn wooden bench becomes a temple when approached with care. The act of wiping dust, of placing the teapot gently, these are acts of devotion. Look around your space. Is it chaotic or calm? Your table reflects your mind. Clear the clutter. Set your space. Then sit with reverence, not because you must, but because it transforms the ordinary into the sacred. You don't need 10 self-help books today. Just one cup of tea, fully lived. That cup teaches you to be still, accept imperfection, embrace heat, release what no longer serves like used leaves in the pot. There's a universe in this liquid. You just have to notice. The cup is empty, the warmth fades, but the ritual is not over. To monks, the last sip is not the end. It's the bow. Then, like the steam rising from the final drop, you let it go. Because tea, like time, cannot be clung to, only honored. In winter, monks sip roasted teas, earthy, grounding, warm. In spring, they turn to green, fresh, alive, renewing. In summer, cooling teas with herbs and flowers. In fall, darker oolongs to match the golden leaves. Tea shifts with the seasons, not just outside, but inside you. What are you needing now? Energy or stillness? Fire or water? Choose your tea like a monk chooses his path, with awareness of the season within. Don't rush to rinse and toss. In temples, monks clean their cups slowly, with both hands, with soft clothes, because to clean is to thank, to honor the vessel that held your peace. Even cleaning becomes a ritual, the sound of water, the way light hits the rim, the circular motion of care. When you treat the cup with respect, you're practicing gratitude in action. Sometimes the water's too hot. Sometimes the leaves are old. Sometimes your mind is racing, and even the tea can't calm it. That's okay. Monks don't aim for perfection. They aim for presence. Each cup is different. Each moment is new. The tea today isn't wrong, it's just true. True to this time, this feeling, this breath. Accept it. Sip it. Learn from it. A monk's tea ritual is breath-based. Inhale, feel the aroma. Exhale, let go of tension. Sip, hold. Exhale again, soften. The breath paces the ritual, like waves between the shore and sea. Even if the tea is hot, the breath cools you. Even if your mind is crowded, the breath clears a path. You are not just drinking tea, you are breathing presence. The body sits easily. The mind, not so much. It fidgets, replays yesterday, worries about tomorrow. But tea teaches it to sit, not by force, but by warmth, by rhythm, by repetition. Every time you sip slowly, you're training your mind to rest, not on something, but with something, with the cup, with the moment, with yourself. You don't need a big ritual to say thanks, just a soft breath. At the bottom of the cup, monks bow not with their bodies, but with their awareness. They thank the leaf, the farmer, the fire, the pot, the moment. You can do the same. Gratitude softens the heart, anchors the spirit, and makes even the smallest sip a gift. Let your last drop be a whisper of thanks. You may not live in a temple, you may not wear robes, but if you followed these steps, with care, presence, and breath, then you've done what monks do. You've returned to the sacred through the simple. You've taken a break from the rush. You've honored the now. You've met your own mind in a cup. And maybe, just maybe, you'll carry that stillness beyond the tea table, into the hallway, the meeting, the kitchen, the world. Because stillness, once sipped, tends to stay. You've been listening to Spill the Tea, where every cup is a chance to return to yourself. If this video helped you breathe deeper, think softer, or smile for even a moment, subscribe. More rituals, more stories, more stillness served hot.